Are you looking for Catholic gift ideas? Gifts for your kids, for your godchildren, for your nieces and nephews to help bring the faith alive, to teach it in a fun way? Well, we have resources from babies to teens and all that and more coming up next. Hey, we're Drew and Katie Taylor, and we are passionate about helping your family reach new heights and develop a faithful family culture. And one of the ways that we do that is through having Catholic stuff, having toys, books, things that help grow their mind and play as well as their faith and their knowledge. So starting off, we're going to go youngest to oldest in the order of gifts. And so the first thing that we are going to talk about is some baby ideas.
Yeah. So the first one is, if you haven't seen Choose Life Rosaries, these things are awesome. They're little chewable rosaries that babies love.
It's true. Next up on that theme, we love the Rosary Poppers that Brickhouse in the city put out. And so they're just these easy decades. Great really for all ages. Our 1-year-old definitely kind of chews on it, slightly pops it. And then for our older kids, it's great for fidgeting within the Mass.
The next thing that's great for little kids is going to be little Catholic blankets. This one's of the Sacred Heart. They've got some great options that we'll leave in the description. But just for the kids to be able to snuggle with and be able to sleep with all night.
Yeah, I love putting them over my car seats when I'm traveling. There are different swaddle options and quilt options. Be a Heart has some great things, especially we'll put some links down below from the Catholic Company as well. Next up for kids, we really like for toddlers interactive toys. And so Saintly Heart has a bunch of different options. This is their St. Francis, St. Clair set, which has the string through to kind of work on those fine motor skills, as well as play with the saints and talk about them. Their Totus Tuus set is also one right here, St. Dominic, John Paul II, Our Lady of Fatima. So these blocks were actually with all of our other wood blocks. And so when they're building castles, houses, churches, they're able to then play with these saints within those constructions that they create.
Yeah.
Saintly Heart also just put out a great ABC saint puzzle and a nativity set for Christmas time. And so make sure to check out her latest creations as well.
Next up, we've got these Saint dolls by Blessed Friends Forever. Our kids love these. They are great for snuggling at bedtime. They're also really quiet at church, so they're a great companion to take with them. And I would say that the saints we've got, like Saint Teresa of Avila, have really been patrons for our kids and for our family. Next up is going to be one of my favorites. So this is Sock Religious, has these epic saint socks, and they have them for kids too, for kid size. The cool thing about it is you can get matching socks for adults and kids, because who wouldn't want matching Padre Pio socks?
Next up in the clothing, one of the things we love for our daughter is this Hail Mary dress, which she calls her Hail Mary dress. She spins around. It's adorable. And she wears it continuously. It's so soft.
Yeah.
This is by Miriam, Rose and Company. And they also have like pants and hats and all sorts of different things that are really great for kids.
I don't know where they got this fabric. I think angels knit this. It is so soft.
I want one.
Another great gift option is these kids t-shirts by Brickhouse in the city. So they've got like Saint Mike defend us in battle. What little Catholic boy wouldn't want a Saint Mike shirt?
For the girls, this is one of theirs. It's My Vocation is Love.
And then this one, which my son almost never takes off, is Strong and Courageous, and it's got some pretty epic saints on there. So go ahead and check those out in the description.
Because seriously, I have to wash these the same day and let him wear them again. They're worth it. Next up, we have My Saint, My Hero, which have a ton of jewelry options that I really love and wearable reminders of the faith for kids. This bracelet, You Are Wonderfully Made, is just a reminder that they are made with a purpose. And that is a message that I think we need to be giving to our kids continuously, that there's only one you and that you matter.
Another awesome gift idea is going to be stuff from Brother Francis. So if your kids haven't seen Brother Francis, it is just a great media that they can watch, especially when you need just a little break as a parent.
And the reality is I always thought they were a media company. And so we definitely have Jesus is Coming. They have a ton of different videos that are very educational. And so this one explains like why Advent, the importance of the Christmas season, why we ring bells. There are just some educational elements to it that really help experience Advent and Christmas, and that one in particular. But the truth is that the company has also a ton of books. So we're not huge screen people. And so to be able to give the story in a book format. So this is the Advent, Let's Learn About Advent. This is Let's Learn About Christmas. They also have coloring books. To really be able to talk it through with my kids as well is something that I really enjoy. So I recommend checking them out, even if you don't just want videos.
Yeah.
But they do have awesome videos.
Yeah. And then they also
and
have
songs.
This really cool fun fact of faith game, which is like a trivia game essentially for kids. And I would say for the ages, even the trivia has different levels, like easy, medium, and hard. And for the easy ones, even our 5-year-old, potentially even our 2-year-old could answer some of those ones. And so just a great way to bring the family together and have some fun, some Catholic fun.
And I think fun that is formational too, because you could really have great conversations about these answers and who these people are and what they've done. And so it allows you to laugh together. They have charades, they have a guess the character, they have a trivia question. And so with that, all brings the opportunity for communication, conversation, and learning, maybe for you and for them. Next up, another idea is a prayer pillowcase. And so this company has a bunch of different designs. There are beautiful Marian, different saints, a great St. Michael for our son. This one is also for some younger kids. There's the Hail Mary on the front and the Our Father on the back. And so these are great for especially my son at times can have a tough time sleeping, and to remind him that St. Michael is there to protect him, that he's not alone in the dark, that he doesn't need to be scared is a great resource and tool to encourage sleep.
Another great gift idea, and something that has stood the test of time in the Taylor household, is these little wood rosaries. So our 1-year-old loves rosaries. She also loves to destroy rosaries. And so this one has made it quite a long time in our house, but there's some great options on Catholic Company of just some good, strong, durable kids' wooden rosaries.
The next category of gifts are liturgical living. So ideas to help me bring the seasons alive to our kids. The first up is from the Simple Saints, these beautiful monthly saint cards, which are easy to just frame. They tell me kind of what saints are going to come up each month. I can plan an activity based around this. They just also help me remember that there's something outside of my 3 kids and that the church calendars keep going. Next in that is the Catholic Family Crate has these beautiful monthly subscription boxes that you can kind of customize and personalize as well. But they just have great resources inside, activities, a meal, ideas of how to celebrate the different feasts. They have stickers that I can put into my calendar if I don't have a certain planner. There's just resources for joyful play in education in bringing feast days alive, which I really appreciate. It makes it easy.
Yeah, I think especially if you're a super busy family or dual working family or something, but still are passionate about liturgical living and having your kids grow up in the faith, it's a great way, an all-in-one box to just open up and have some fun, build some memories with your children. Our next section that we're going to talk about is toys. Catholic toys for kids. So the first one is going to be My Little Church, which is a 38-piece magnet playset that our kids absolutely love. Another great one for church because it doesn't make a lot of noise when they bring it.
And in that, we also really like these cardboard cutout mass set. This was our kids' first real start in playing.
It's a little faded by the Arizona sun.
Yeah.
Well loved.
Well loved.
Yep. And then the last one, so yeah, great mass set for them, especially like cardboard for them to work. And if they really like that one,
younger.
Yeah, I recommend stepping it up to the almond rod mass set. So our son loves to play mass. So there's like a paten and a ciborium with Eucharist and little holy water, and man, it is they have everything. And our son loves to play mass.
And these come in a natural wood finish. Our son requested them to be painted gold to match Father's. There was a whole thing, but they do come in actually a very clean, beautiful, natural wood.
Our next section we're going to talk about is Catholic kids books, because we own a lot of Catholic kids books. We read a lot of books, and we're going to share some of our favorites with you. The first one is going to be Go to Joseph for Children. It is the first consecration to St. Joseph for children and families, and just a great way to dive into really the end of the year of St. Joseph, and a great way to bring your family in unity with the Holy Family.
What I love about this book is it's more than just a book. It's a way to dive into prayer and spirituality. And so to become family with Monica and Renzo Ortega and the Simple Saints teamed together. And so there are beautiful coloring pages that are free printouts with this that you can use as you pray along with this. It has discussion questions, it has scripture, it has reflections. It just ties everything in an easy, accessible 10-day format so that my kids are starting to develop an awareness, a growth, a patron for them and for our family.
The next book we really like is Stories of the Saints, which is essentially a comic book that is made for the saints and the lives of the saints. This one is a really good one for boys, definitely a good one for older boys. They get into the details. A lot of saints were martyrs, so but if your kids like action-oriented stuff, then this is a great book for them.
Yeah, if they really like superheroes or kind of the darker even side, the DC side, this is something that will really appeal to them and make the saints not these just flowery, girly things that can often be depicted, that their lives were epic and that they really are the true heroes. At bedtime, we really enjoyed reading a Bible story and a saint story. And so this book we loved incorporating in our bedtime routine. It's Saints Around the World. It was written by Meg Hunter Kilmer and illustrated beautifully by Lindsay Sanders. And it just brings a lot of different saints to you. And so a lot of blesseds, a lot of saints you haven't heard of. They are one page and then these beautiful paintings that are explained of what they symbolize. And so our kids enjoyed them. It's great.
The next book we really recommend is Saintly Rhymes for Modern Times. So our kids loved this book, and it incorporates a lot of the modern day saints that they can really relate to, as well as if you're musically inclined, this is the book for you.
I sing it. They dance. It's a blast. And way better than Mother Goose nursery rhymes that are sometimes a little weird.
They are weird. The next book we really recommend is Beckett Wants to Be a Priest, because our son wants to be a priest. And this was written by a 6-year-old boy who wanted to be a priest.
I think that makes it really accessible for kids to be able to read and to imagine themselves in that character's shoes. And for Jacob, he whispers to us, maybe that's God's plan for me. And I think when we talk about vocations, we need to start opening that up. And the reality is he says, I think I'm called to be a priest. And our daughter says, I think I'm called to be a mommy. They're banking on our 1-year-old being a religious sister. We'll see how it works out for them. But it just opens up. It's a fun conversation, light, great to travel with, and enjoyable. The next book along those themes is this Catholic Mass book. It's just easy and really detailed in a way that now my son knows why the priest kisses the altar. And so it just helps bring the Mass alive in a better understanding of everything that's going on for him.
Yeah, it's a good book to bring to Mass, and then they can follow along as the Mass is going on.
Next, in the Mass, we enjoy, especially in daily Mass, to have coloring books. These are great. Liturgical, we'll put some of our favorite saint coloring books down below, but these resources just help us go to daily Mass. They color after church while we talk to friends. They color around the house. It helps them bring Catholicism alive in their day-to-day life.
Our next awesome resource is Catechism for the 7 Sacraments, which is basically a Lego catechism book. Our son loves this book, and it's very in-depth. I mean, there are pictures for every single story and piece of the catechism, which is awesome. Our son has learned so much from this book. I've learned so much from this book, and it's just a great resource to have and a great gift.
And it would go for a range of ages. So he loves Legos. He's able to look at all the pictures and look at the characters, and it's kind of like a comic book then. Or for an older child preparing for sacraments, it is detailed and in-depth, and you are going to learn about the truth of the Catholic faith. In helping learn about the Catholic faith, one of the things that we like to do is to read at breakfast or to start our school day off right away with some religious education. And so, one of the books that I found useful for that is this Catholic Symbols and Signs. It's nice because it has two sides. The first side has a picture and a short paragraph that my 2-year-old can hang on for. And then the other side has some of the more detailed information that helps my 5-year-old learn or myself expand the conversation.
We have a whole list of Catholic Bibles below that we really recommend, but it's important for us, along with the saint stories, to also read a Bible story during bedtime. So here's one that we really like, the Catholic Bible for Children by Ignatius. Again, there's a range from mostly pictures and a couple words all the way to mostly words and then a couple notes and pictures, kind of like this one.
So next we have the Catholic Children's Bible. And so this is actually scripture, every word, but it has pages on it that include activities and pictures and some breakdown of the story. And so it's a nice merging. And so we're reading the Gospel of John with my son right now, which was the first gospel that I ever read. And it is very special to start incorporating the true word of God into our family's life. And so definitely I've seen this will be a 10-year-old reading this by themselves, definitely range. And so you can start this kind of in different ways. We read it to our son right now, but one day I pray that he will be able to read this himself. Our last gift for especially teenagers is the Catholic card game. I think this is a game I've done at youth group and it was a blast. It brings laughter and jokes towards the faith that in a good and healthy way and can maybe learn a little bit along the way, but really just bringing the fun back into the faith. Know that we are passionate in helping you, and so please let us know your questions, your favorite resources, and until next time, know that we will be praying for you. God bless.